What is up, App Nation? It is Steve P. Young, founder of appmasters.com, the place you go when you want action-packed content related to helping you grow your app downloads and, more importantly, those revenues. And that is the topic of this particular live stream. We're going to break down some of the highest performing paywalls that our guest has seen. And his presentation from MAU was one of the most talked about because my team member came up to me and said, we got to try this right away. And I shared it on LinkedIn as well and tagged him as well. And he's going to break down how he came up with the strategy. And if you miss that post, well, you're going to want to pay attention. So without further ado, let's bring in Tigran. All right. Tigran, I really wanted to watch that video. I got to do better. I'm not super impressed, but welcome to the show, my friend.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, you are the head of digital marketing at CoinStat, one of the top crypto portfolio apps with millions of users, and you are known for launching trend-setting campaigns and that blend behavioral psychology, animated paywalls. I'm going to give it to you, my friend. That is all you, and a concept that you call situational marketing. And I want to learn more about what you mean with situational marketing. Any other further things you want to add onto that amazing?
I believe that's enough. Let's try to cover all this during the session. Definitely, I will go into details what is situational marketing and what we have done and how are the results. Definitely eager to share this.
I do want to say hi to Nurex, Kevin, Joe. What's up? Oh man, I think it's Robert, but Buddhist chess. I forgot. Pablo, what's up, bro? And then we've got Alex as well. And Isanchu decided to join during his wedding thing as well. All right. Caesar, good to see you, man. All right, Tigran, you want to go through the slides? You got some slides because I love it.
Definitely. Let me.
Right. I've got your slides pulled up.
Yeah.
I see the MAU screen. Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Just a second, please. There we go. So beyond the standard paywalls, I will walk you through the session. Actually, just a second, please.
Yeah.
I've been talking about this topic during the app promotion summit London and MAU Vegas, and some of well-known apps told me that they want to test this strategy for their apps as well. Yes. So it made me think that more people should hear this. So what I'm going to do, I will share our paywall optimization strategy. I will walk you through an experiment we ran, what worked, and what we learned. My goal is to give you some practical steps that you can apply right away. And cherry on top, top converting paywalls we have ever had. Steve, just feel free to interrupt me anytime and come up with your ideas or anything. Otherwise, I will do like a presentation this.
Thank you. And to the audience, if you got any questions, I'm going to be always watching them. So I got it
right. Okay.
Robert.
Yeah.
So the ask away, and I'll make sure I ask as well. All right.
Back to you. Okay, I haven't seen this approach used in other apps before, so there is a slight chance it might be new to some of you as well. Long story short, instead of using just traditional paywalls, we have integrated animation before triggering the paywall. We have tested both animation plus paywall and paywall only approaches, and our goal was to create a more engaging user experience and evaluate its impact on conversion rates. For context, the experiment was conducted on the CoinStat app, which is a crypto portfolio tracker operating on a freemium model. So consider this scenario. It's Black Friday and you open your crypto app. A green animated hand icon appears on your homepage. You tap it and suddenly Pepe the Frog emerges from a swirling black hole. He walks towards you and throws black champagne at your screen. Yes, you heard it right, black champagne at your screen. And a message pops up. Everyone deserves premium this bull run. Pepe winks at you and shows you paywall with significant discount. So let's jump in and see how was the experience of this.
I love it.
This is the animation plus paywall option, and this one was just the paywall. Just a simple paywall to share with people. So we have two options. One was paywall, animation plus paywall, and the other one paywall only strategy. So the results. We see the conversion rate comparison is 1x is paywall only, and the results speak for themselves. The animation plus paywall combo achieved an impressive almost 3 times higher conversion rate compared to the standard paywall only approach. It's worth mentioning that this experiment had some limitations, like we didn't use control groups for this experiment. Still, the results were consistent enough to say that animation had a real impact. So on Android, we saw that even 3.3 times higher conversion rate rather than paywall only approach.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and the animation was designed to trigger automatically when the user started the session, like open the app. It could also be activated manually by tapping the animated icon, Pepe's hand, on the app screen. Here is how it looked like.
I love it.
Yeah, and while we looked into the data, something stood out. Icon tap frequency per user. We saw that iOS users were way more curious about Pepe's hand than Android users. The difference was hard to ignore actually, but we don't know really why. So, yeah, the experiment, and I have some learnings from here, like understanding what worked well and what affected the results. Maybe we can walk you. I can walk you through the learnings as well. So first of all, I think that one of the major factors that affected the results is the strong hook. In other words, grabber. How often do you see a frog stepping out of a black hole on your app screen? Exactly. It is unexpected. Never. Yeah,
Never.
maybe never. Never. So it's like unexpected, and that's what grabs attention. A strong hook is essential for any type of content nowadays in social media, on any type of campaign. This campaign had two grabbing moments. One was Pepe's surprising appearance from the black hole, and the second one, the splash of champagne on the screen. Both created moments that stopped users and encouraged interaction. So this is a famous quote by Raymond Rubicam. The way we sell is to grab attention first. Yeah, this is from 1940s, and this is what Raymond Rubicam was telling the world like 100 years ago, maybe, or something. And there is another quote to explain what we have done. This is from David Ogilvy. Ogilvy has had 16 tips how to create advertising in his book. And one, he says, open with fire, you only have 30 seconds. If you grab attention in the first frame with a visual surprise, you stand a better chance to holding the viewer. So this is the advertising legend, David Ogilvy.
Yep.
So, and the next factor I believe that affected the results is the emotional connection. Establishing an emotional connection with users is fundamental in marketing. And using cultural icons is one of the best ways to achieve this. People love memes and they are already connected with them. And our campaign tapped directly into this pre-existing connection. I want to share another quote that could explain what we've been doing. This is from Roy Williams. He says, show me what a person admirers, and then you will know how to connect with them. You will know how to attract future customers through your ads when you understand what they admire. Actually, this is true for not just advertising, but for networking, for sales, for anything. If you know what are the interests of people, it's easier for you to connect with them. So, having all this in mind, we added two well-known memes to our 10-second animation. First, Pepe the Frog, big in crypto culture. He even inspired his own meme coin. And second, Leonardo DiCaprio, champagne scream from The Great Gatsby. Both felt familiar, both felt relevant. They helped us to connect with users right away. Yeah, and people who are listening, which one do you like most, DiCaprio or Pepe the Frog? Who is better for you?
Put in the
Yeah,
comments.
yeah. Put in the comments like Leo or Pepe the Frog or Pepe.
LRP. There it is. LRP. That's all we need. One
Yeah,
letter.
yeah. And here is another point from neuroscience. Neuroscientist Antonio Damasio did a case study and found out that people who with the emotional related brain damage, I mean the physical damage in their brain, struggle to make even simple decisions like what to eat, what to wear, where to go. So this emotional part is affecting almost every aspect of our lives. And here is from Reforge. Reforge is one of the best, I would say, growth marketing uh, source or educational source at the
Mhm.
moment. And here is what they are talking about the decision hill, how people make decisions. And this framework is called Elmer. And they say that everything starts from emotions. Our decisions start with an emotion, not a logic. And later is coming the logic. We justify and rationalize our emotions with logic, but logic does not lead the way. Emotion lead the way. And
Mhm.
next is coming the motivation. Like we are trying to drive people to go to climb the hill easier. What we have done, we have added some simple discount, so to make it easier for people to get around the hill. And later comes the reward, like, and it's called Elmer. So what we see that starting from 1940s, from Raymond Rubicam up to now, to Reforge, everyone says that in B2C market, emotions lead the way. Everything starts with emotions. And that's why we have used this strategy to optimize our conversion rates. The next factor I would like to share is the Black Friday and the message. So people love Black Friday and they are more eager to buy things during the Black Friday. This could affect it as well. And the next factor could be the message. We have shared like everyone deserves premium this bull run. For people who are not into crypto, I can say that the bull run is the situation where Bitcoin and crypto prices are pumping and people have higher willingness to pay to buy crypto or anything related to crypto, other products related to crypto during this period. So we say that premium for everyone when everything that's bull run. Also, we should take into account one more factor that Bitcoin price was pumping during that period. So this could have affected the results as well. So this is it about the Pepe the Frog, this case study, this campaign. I have more
Hey,
campaigns.
Tigran,
Just like,
can I
yeah.
can I hold off here? I got a couple of questions from the audience, but I want to ask you, like, what inspired you to do this, to create the animation? Because I want to see how we can, if something inspired you, I want to see if there's a way that we can get inspired. Like, a lot of times I like to use, oh, I was using this thing and then I brought it into the app space. Like for me, when I talked about long paywalls back in 2019 being more effective, I knew it was better performing on the web. And so I was like, psychology, going back to psychology and advertising principles, why wouldn't this work on mobile? But what inspired you for the animation?
Actually, when I was in App Promotion Summit Berlin and I was listening to talks and talking to people, I saw that people who are in app growth, they have a lot of technical knowledge. They can set up anything you want. They will exactly say how to do to get approved your app and how to create paywalls. I understood in some way that some of people who are there who were talking, they maybe they are missing some marketing base knowledge or some essentials of marketing there. And I thought that if we can combine the basic knowledge of marketing or the experience into paywalls, we can have better results. This was one of the factors that inspired me actually. And the second one is that we knew our audience. We are into crypto culture and we know that what people like actually. So that's the second point. Also, I will partially answer to your question later when we will go to situational marketing case studies,
Okay.
where we can see the spikes in the App Store download charts and how that happened. So actually, partially, I will answer to your question there as well.
Okay. BN says, do you show a paywall during onboarding? And if so, have you tested animation there?
Actually, we want to test in the onboarding as well the same. So we have the task created in Jira. I'm waiting for the tech team to implement that and see how it will work. But we haven't tested for onboarding. But during the onboarding, it converts the best for us as well, like for a lot of apps.
Yeah. And then Pablo says, does the animation only happen one time or every time user wants to see the paywall?
So we have triggered that once or twice, if I'm not mistaken, just when they were opening the app, not to bother people with anything. And also, we will put that icon on the homepage. They can just tap it manually and trigger it and trigger it. So that's what we have done. Maybe we could have triggered that like more 3+ times, but we didn't want to bother people in any way. Yeah.
And for those who are familiar with this, yeah, Lottie, he did use Lottie. I was just gonna say, Joe, you read my mind. He's using Tigran. You should get a affiliate deal for Lottie Files because we signed up for Lottie Files because of you as well.
Yeah, that's great. Hopefully, one day they will watch this video and they will ping me on LinkedIn.
Yeah, send him something nice. Okay, come on, people. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. Okay, should I go on with the
Yes, please.
presentation?
Yes, please. So we have the New Year
Yes.
campaign.
Yeah, next was the New Year campaign, what's coming basically after the Black Friday. So for the New Year campaign, we were thinking about who can take the role of Santa Claus in the crypto space. If crypto had a Santa, who would it be?
Who would it be?
So yeah, it was hard for us because there is no icon in crypto space and no one has done something like this. So it was hard for us. And yeah, GigaChat. I know what you are thinking, that GigaChat and Santa Claus, he doesn't exactly scream Santa Claus, but he's big into crypto culture. People know him, they love him. We turned him into Santa Claus, handing out a big New Year's discount as a gift. Also, even GigaChat has his meme coin in the crypto space.
Mm.
Yeah, and this is the icon we have used. And here the video. Let me play it for you.
Ho, ho, ho!
Yeah, and the next campaign we have tried was the Halloween campaign. Actually, we did Halloween campaign as a test run for us to understand the situation, how people will treat it, and here what we had.
Let's see.
It's the spider. It looks like Bitcoin.
Oh, it's got music too. Nice.
Yeah, thank you. The other question, what inspired us doing this? Later, this is one of like sneak peek what inspired us to do that. And like we have changed the Bitcoin logo with Gary Gensler, who was in charge of SEC at those times. So I will share that separately. So to go into more details, and share more results. Here is the slide how to set it up. So the animation and icon can be configured directly from the backend infrastructure. So eliminating the need for app updates when launching new campaign. The paywalls were built using Super Bowl, which also allows changes without app updates. The animation format, as we talked already, is Lottie, which is light, versatile, but has some limitations we should take into account, like it could struggle with some glow, some effects, some shadows or things. So you should take into this account while designing things. For audio, we've used AAC and MP3. On the technical side, as the animation concludes, it sends an event to Super Bowl, which then triggers the paywall. You are so when the animation is ending, it's sending an event to Super Bowl, and Super Bowl is triggering the paywall. So to avoid the details with app approvals, so maybe you can skip this part by when sending it to App Store. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
That's very sincere. Sorry about that. Yeah. This is it about the experiment we run, and here I can share the bonus part, like the top converting paywalls we have. If there are any questions regarding that case study, maybe we can answer now and later jump to the next part.
Okay. Nothing coming in right now that I can see.
Okay, okay. Here are the top converting paywalls we have ever had. So this one we call buy the dip. This is a crypto slang actually. Buy the dip means you're buying crypto while it has the lowest price. So, and we are asking people like buy the dip, buy CoinStat premium, like a subscription when it's dip, and we call it's a dip now. Also, I've tested this visual not just for paywalls. I've tested it for Twitter ads as well, and it worked quite well, and it converted quite well for us. So I think maybe it could work for other people as well. So this one is called by the dip. The other paywall that worked pretty good for us, like this, we have tested like maybe 2 years ago, we call long video. Actually, we put a very, very, very long video in the paywall, and first we were thinking that it couldn't convert and people will be bothered with this, and they will skip, but we saw that people are, I don't know, watching the video and they are converting. So this is another paywall that converted. Maybe people who are not familiar with the value proposition of the app, it could convert for those people better, I think.
Yeah. I like this because we've seen video work better on paywalls as well. And so I like these things. With the buy the dip, were you running on Twitter? Was it just static images that you were running?
Yeah, it was a static image on Twitter ads, and we are retargeting people who were on our website or we had any other connection with them. And also we are trying it to other audiences as well, not just retargeting.
I like it.
Yeah. Let's move on. This one is with animation. Maybe just a sec.
You mean not share your video? Here.
Just a sec. I will get back to the file.
Yeah, I got some music too. You know, you want me to spin the wheel or something?
Actually, this one doesn't have any music here. It's just kind of sliding the animation part. Sorry about this. I will play here.
Oh, okay. So the animation is just the lifetime discount.
Yeah. It's very simple, I would say. And the other one with toggle. Actually, we are testing this right away. Bahia came up with this idea to have the toggle in the paywall, and it converts pretty well. I was just checking before the call. I saw 2-3 times higher conversion rate with this toggle thing, with this paywall. Yeah.
Well, so if we can stick on the toggle, Tigran, like, is the yearly change at all? So like, one of our paywalls, we did the toggle, but we went from, if you enable toggle, you get the 3-day weekly free. If you disable the toggle, it defaults to yearly, no trial. Is that how you guys did it, or how did you guys do
No,
that?
we have just did a free trial here.
Okay,
Toggle
so
is
it just
enabling
adds the
the
free
free
trial
trial.
to just the yearly or to the monthly as well.
Only just yearly.
Got it. I like it. Okay. So you can buy it without the trial and you can buy it with the trial, but enabling the trial, you see bigger success. I like that too.
Yeah, it works pretty well for us. And here is the team behind this case study. People who have done this,
You want to make that
make
big
this happen.
full
Yeah.
screen so we can bring it up?
Just a sec.
Yeah.
I will maybe to start from just a sec. Here it is.
Okay.
Here are the people who make this happen.
Oh, we
So
don't want
thank
to put Vahe. Come on, not Vahe. I'm messing. I just saw him at MAG as well. That's awesome.
Yeah, this is like the end of the presentation of MAU Vegas, what I've been sharing there. If any questions here, maybe we can discuss it. If not, maybe we can jump to the situational marketing part.
Yeah, I like it. Let me see if there's any comment. Okay. Yeah. Let's jump into situational marketing because that's what I want to learn more about too.
Okay. So here is what we call situational marketing. That something is happening in the world, like some big event or something is going on with your competitor. Anything is happening, and you are doing some stuff, some campaign, some activity with that, and you are getting attention and more downloads, or you are increasing brand awareness. We call this situational marketing. Actually, there is another term which is called newsjacking. There is
Yes.
even a
I was
book
going to
about
call it that,
newsjacking.
Tigran. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, newsjacking, and even there is a book about that, and I read that book. So newsjacking is kind of niche word, another term which is exactly connected with news. That's what's going on in the world, or your niche or anything. So this is we call situational marketing, and we have done a couple of case studies in the crypto space, and let's see how that happened and what happened with that. So in January 2024, the approval of Bitcoin ETF was a landmark event in crypto history. And the Securities and Exchange Commission Chairman Gary Gensler voted to approve Bitcoin ETF. And crypto Twitter went wild. So it's important thing, and here is the chairman. And this was the situation, what was happening. And this is the marketing part.
Yes.
So at CoinStat, we swapped Bitcoin logo on our app and web platforms with Gary. So here is a Bitcoin logo, and we have changed with Gary's face.
Nice.
After that, we sent a push notification to our app users, something like this. Bitcoin logo has been changed.
Okay.
Tap to check it out. It looked like a transactional notification, but was intentionally incomplete in some way, so that people would tap it. So to measure the results, we will see Google Search Console, App Store search, and social media analytics, just to understand what are the results. So, and we saw a lot of UGC, user-generated content on Twitter, even on Instagram and Facebook, and some other platforms as well. Someone is, just a sec. So someone is posting, I will never cancel my membership. Nice work. So this is kind of the answers why we are doing situational marketing and how it works. This person says that they will never cancel their subscription. So, and this is the approval that how the situational marketing is directly affecting the revenue. So another person is saying, yo, CoinStat guys, while this one now give this internal raise. in crypto space who are doing situational marketing is called an intern. It's a kind of crypto slang.
Mm.
And another guy is saying that almost made coffee come out of my nose, and we retweeted it with nose and coffee here. Another comment like GM to the charts at CoinStats for this logo change, and a lot of comments and a lot of UGC here, like updated the logo, dying nice move. I like this kind of humor. I don't know. And who engaged? We see that this page, like 50K followers in crypto space. We should say that in big accounts, they are not engaging if you are not paying them. So we haven't been connected with this page, and they were just sharing because it was funny for them. And another page, maybe he's founder of Milk Road, uh, Milk Road newsletter, and he's quite famous in crypto space.
Mm.
Yeah, and there are a lot of accounts who were. And what happened? So the app crashed.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the
That's
situational
awesome.
marketing activity and the push notification did too well, and the app crashed. Back then, we had a technical issue. Our infrastructure wasn't scaling with the increasing user volume. Imagine you are in the middle of it and the app is crashing. Fortunately, we got back quickly, and this is what my face looked like at that moment. This meme is explaining things.
That
Okay.
owl, if you guys are not watching this on YouTube and you're just listening to the podcast, that owl meme is just hilarious. That GIF. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, the crypto culture and memes matter. I highlighted this one, this comment, because this is kind of approval how it works. So, not this is another user. Thank you for this update, guys. I haven't been able to check my portfolio for the past 2 minutes, and how the fuck I will survive? Tell me. And this guy is talking, and
Shit.
yeah, and he was doing the marketing instead of us. Another guy was complaining why the app is down, and he was doing the stuff for us. Like he was
Mm.
saying, yeah, but they don't understand the crypto culture nor memes. Why are you going to competitors?
Yeah.
So this was hilarious for me actually to see how it works in real life. So there were a lot of comments and things like GM love CoinStat not only because they are a portfolio tracker, but solid way that like they troll Gary. So they like product and they also like the way that how we are trolling the SEC executive. So the other one got love to CoinStats for this. I am dead, etc. So there are a lot of UGC here. We will save our time maybe just
Yeah, I'm
in
gonna. It's on. Just for those who are watching or listening, you can check out Tigran's the Substack. It's on his Substack. That is linked up into your favorite podcast app and YouTube video, so you can check it out. But I'm on it right now, and I'm kind of going through this. It's really cool stuff. And he even put a spreadsheet together with all the different tweets in here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You want
Thanks
to?
so much.
I know you did get some negative blowback, but you want to go through the stats real quick too? That you got out of this?
Definitely, this is the UGC dump. So we had about 5 comments that were negative. I should highlight this in some way as well. And here are the results. On social media, we saw that UGC tweets comments are not included, like 142. We see the impressions like 40K plus, and we saw all the impressions together like 609,000 impressions here. We saw here are the impressions, and here is what we see on Twitter analytic chart on Keyhole. Here is the engagement. Here is the spike in engagement of our
Wow.
Twitter page. And later we have been checking out the Google search results, and we saw on Google Search Console that branded Google search traffic reached its highest level in the past 16 months. You see this spike?
Yes, that's amazing, dude. That's amazing.
Yes, and this is exactly that people were searching branded keyword, CoinStats, not other things like Bitcoin or anything else, but exactly they were searching CoinStats. So, and here is the App Store chart. We saw it hit the highest in the last 12 months. This is the downloads chart. Here it is. So we saw this spark. We should take into account that this was during when the Bitcoin reached its all-time high on the same day. So we should take into account that this could have affected the results in some way as well, like to be 100% transparent with this. And credits to my team, Arthur, Narek, for doing this.
It's a great idea,
Yeah.
man. I love it. I love it. It's crazy how just one little simple thing, tweak, one little icon change helped you go viral. Like that was pretty insane.
This is true, because changing an icon, like it took us 3 minutes, like the changing part. No technical thing to do.
Right.
Not to bother technical team with marketing requests. So just one thing, changing an icon. So it took 3 minutes for us. Yeah, and it worked pretty well.
Yeah. For those who just joined late, like Michael, that around 26-minute mark, 26 and 30, that's when Tigran really talked about situational marketing for those who just want to hit rewind and get going. I love that. I love it. Was there anything else?
We had done a couple of more situational marketing case studies. Actually, we've done like 6 or 5. I just have 1 or just 2 on my Substack, and I can share this one as well if you are interested in this.
Sure, let's go.
Okay, just feel free to interrupt me and just to have a better balance of things that we are sharing with people.
Yeah.
Okay. This one we have done during the 2024, and Bitcoin all-time high price was just around the corner, and voice in my head whispered, "Time to some situational marketing, friend." And this is actually a real-world screenshot from our Slack, and I'm asking the team what we should do if Bitcoin hits another all-time high, and these are actual comments. And like exactly how it happened. So we were getting ready here, and the campaign we have done right over here. So what we have done, following the brilliant suggestion from Narek Vartani, god of memes at CoinStats, we swapped the Bitcoin logo with the crying bear icon across our app and web platforms. So I've included Google Search Console results and App Store downloads as well in the end. So why we have done is, and why does it matter? And later we pushed our out a notification with something like this: Bitcoin hit certain amount, and where are the bears now? Just to explain what's happened, and the other one is the push notification of our competitor. So Bobo the bear is a cultural icon in the crypto space. A bear, on the other hand, so when prices is going down, they say the market is bearish. Like the bears are coming and my prices are going down. It's bearish, and the sentiment of the market is sad, let's say. And when the crypto market is pumping, we say it's bullish market. The Bitcoin price is increasing and it's bullish. So, and the Bobo, this meme hero, is an icon of bearish situation. It's a bear. So we have swapped the Bitcoin logo with Bobo the bear. The bear is crying, like Bitcoin price is pumping and the bear is crying. This is the idea. And we saw that a lot of UGC on Twitter, like who swapped the Bitcoin logo with Bobo crying. Okay, this is actually hilarious. I can't stop laughing. I'm dead. So lol charts at CoinStat changed the logo. So a lot of UGC. CoinStat is based. So, and who interacted with us? In this case, we had a lot of influencers who interacted with us organically. This is Zeneca. Like you see the number of followers here, says it's brilliant. Another page, you see the number of followers. It's huge. This one. So another page with massive following, 100K plus. So they are doing, and this one is quite interesting, this comment. I love my coin tracking up CoinStats. They are doing funny things with the icons from time to time. So people got used to that. We are doing some situational marketing and they like it. Someone give you your app admin, do the raise. I enjoy every single one of your price alerts. Yeah. So a lot of comments, a lot of UGC. I will just scroll if you are interested in checking out all this stuff. Just go to my Substack. So, and here are the results. Here you can see the results of social media, like total number of followers who tweeted like million, it was million plus, and here is the organic and the sponsored also impressions. And what is interesting here, the Google Search Console results. The organic branded Google search traffic reached its highest level in the last 16 months. You see this peak, spike here. It is this is the people who have been searching CoinStats and landing to our webpage.
Tigran, you did it twice. You just said you got the highest again. You did it twice, right?
Yes, because I have done this different times. And I've published the other article, and later we have done this situational marketing, and so and this
higher and higher.
Yeah, this is the other situational marketing. This pick,
yeah, that's awesome.
And this
bro.
one is this one. So the picks are situational marketing stuff, and this one is on App Store. We got the second highest in the last 12 months. You see, this is the first one we have been talking about. This pick, and this one is this one.
Is that the Garrett
campaign
one?
with Bobo? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And credits to Norek Vartani, my teammate, for the Bobo idea. So what's next? And we're thinking about what we should do, and Bitcoin price will pump next time.
These are my face.
Could be. Yeah, that's an option as well. Actually, Vahe is quite famous.
No one knows Vahe. Get out of here, Vahe. I love it, man. That's awesome. Is there anything else from the presentation that you want to go through?
Actually, there are a lot of stuff, but let's stop here, and maybe this is enough. So we just have 15 minutes
I hope,
left.
You know, I hope people walk away with this, because I think a lot of times people, now that I have my own business, I'm always like, it's mine. I don't care. It's my personality, right? And I hope people understand that having personality behind a brand actually does help, right? And I think that's what you've sort of highlighted with your situational marketing, is that have a personality. We love brands that have a personality, and it doesn't always have to be serious as well. So kudos to you, man.
Thank you so much. Especially in crypto, people appreciate that you are into crypto culture. Like you are one of them.
Yes.
Like you understand the situation, one of them, and you can do stuff that could be interesting for them besides just selling things.
Yeah, I love it. All right. Well, let's get into our app audit section of our show. And we like to start off every app audit with some dad jokes. But I want to thank my sponsor. So let me hit this stinger. All right. Thank you to Web2Wave. Look, if you're not exploring Web2 app campaigns, go check them out. Web2Wave.com. They're the easiest way to start building your onboarding funnels and start testing right away. And it's super affordable. I'm going to tell you that I think it's going to be it's already a big trend. It's going to be a growing trend as we get into 2026 as well. And thank you to AppsFlyer. You can use AppsFlyer. You can easily use Web2Wave app campaigns with AppsFlyer as well, with their one link capability as well. All right, Tigran. I know you don't have no jokes, so I'm sad for that.
Actually, we have done some jokes already in the case study, because changing the face of Gary with Bitcoin is quite a joke. We can count this as a joke, man.
All right. Well, don't worry. The audience will have a joke. So somebody in the audience, give me your first joke. And then if you beat me, you will get a free, well, actually, yeah, if you beat me, you get a free Indie App Santa promo on us. Thank you to Web2Wave. All right, Tigran. Well, I come up with every joke. So I'm going to start with this. Why are there no sick eagles? Why are there no sick eagles? All right. Ready?
I don't know.
You're not supposed to guess. You're just supposed to say, why, Steve? All right. Well, thank you for asking, Tigran. It is because it's illegal. There you go. All right. Nobody has a joke in the comments. That's surprising. Okay. Let's get into the app audit section, and we'll start off this app audit with, let me share my screen. Add to stage. Oops, move this. Add to stage. Here we go. We got Chat Buddy from Hickerman, and then it is, yeah, he just wants help with customer acquisition. That was good. Thank you, Michael. Nobody else has a joke. I'm shocked. Okay. All right. I guess I win that one. All right, Tigran, anything from the App Store presence that you feel like it could help with? It looks like a normal, ChatGPT wrapper, smart AI assistant. It looks like a chatbot type of thing. But anything that stands out to you from the App Store presence?
Oh, maybe we can do something about with the screenshots. Actually, we can maybe add some social proofs, or maybe some results they have. Maybe something. Maybe they have been featured in App Store or anything else, or maybe we can highlight something in the first screenshot, because in the screenshot we just see the same as the headline, the same as the title of the application. Like it's all the same thing, like Chat Buddy, Smart AI Assistant. Yeah. Maybe we can add some value proposition or something that could grab attention, because having the same in the title and maybe having the same on the first screenshot maybe isn't the best idea. Maybe it could work. It was working pretty well for them. They should continue with this. Yep. But I don't think that it's a good idea to have this here.
Yeah. So here's I like it. The advice I would give too is, look, they only have 1,000 downloads. If you're not going to spend any money on marketing, it looks like the app does a lot. So it has voice conversations. Think about being a little bit more niche. What's his name? Hakiman. Think about being a little bit more niche, because we have worked with certain apps like this. I won't tell you the keywords we're going after, but I was able to find certain keywords that a lot of the bigger players are not paying attention to. Look, a lot of the bigger players are going to focus on the top performing keywords, right? And so if you don't have any budget to compete with those guys, because they're going to go after their ASO is going to go after the highest traffic keywords, because they're spending a lot of money on paid marketing. So you need to find the niche one, like PDF, like summarized PDF. Are there keywords around that? Potentially. I saw one that was PDF GPT. So go more niche, because you only have 1,000, and then try out Google Ads. Google Ads for Android apps, you can get really low cost installs, and it's a great way to start getting installs. And actually, from what I hear too, is it helps you drive more organic traffic. Lastly, Tigran, back to your situational marketing. I don't really like the icon. I think it's kind of ugly. So you might want to play around with the icon here. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I remember Vahe said they added Bitcoin to the icon, and that helped their ASO back when he.
That's true. That's true. It helped a lot, because Bitcoin is the most well-known thing, and the keyword that people are searching. And while people see something familiar in the app, like Bitcoin icon on the logo, it helped with downloads actually.
I mean, when this category was super popular, everybody in that ChatGPT space had the same icon as ChatGPT. They were all very similar looking icons, and your icon is being too different. So which shocks the system. Like, we're all used to seeing, like Tigran said with his Substack, they're used to seeing certain people. There's familiarity with the situational marketing, and unfortunately, there's just no situational. Oh, I'm going crazy with my tabs. Situational marketing, or anything that's recognizable with your particular app icon as well.
Actually, I think that there's a problem with every single app or any product to find out the value proposition or differentiator or unique sales proposition in other words. So if you find that, like you understand the audience that people are just searching this one, and you can have a long tail keyword, as you said, and have a niche to try start from the niche. So to have that value proposition in everywhere, like on the first screen on your website, headline, anywhere else, like that's the hardest part, to understand what's your value proposition and why people should download and how you are helping them.
Yeah,
and communicate it in every single way you can.
Completely agree with you. Let's get into the app real quick. All right, Tigran. And thank you, Jan, for your joke. So I'm going to give you a free Indie App Santa promo for a year. All right. Ooh. I like this, but it is a lot of text for me to read.
If you confuse, you lose.
Yeah.
That's a famous quote. Just remember.
And it's get started, not get start. Document. So. Oof.
And also you see now the text is over the icons and it's not readable at all.
Yeah. This is really bad. And I have to continue with Google, which I'm not going to. What we've seen is showing a paywall before asking people to log in, probably more effective. You probably don't need people to log in. You're going to lose people. So I'm going to not. Fine, I will log in. I don't have a...
Definitely they need some design improvements, I would say.
Yeah.
Starting from logo.
Now they just asked me a push notification. I'm going to hit not allow. But you got to show the paywall, bro. Like, unless... What the heck happened? This app is insane. Where's the paywall? I don't even see their paywall. Premium features. Okay, there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Crying bear. Like Bobo. Did you guys use AI to create those icons, or is it your fancy social media guy that created those icons? Tigran, for you guys.
You are about the icons that we have created for Bitcoin, sorry?
Yeah.
No, the Bobo was created by our social media guy, Narek Vartani, and the other icon was created by our graphic designer.
Nice. Okay, subscribe. There you go. I got the paywall. Yeah, you need a lot of design help. Document. It's not very good. It's not very good. Even this paywall is pretty nasty. So you got to fix that. I think, before you even think about growth from a acquisition perspective, I try to optimize the funnel right now. And especially if you're giving 5 free credits, I think the future is moving towards just giving freemium in terms of like giving them free credits and then making them pay without a trial. I think that's where we're going to move to. I'm seeing early signals of that within my apps too. All right. All right, Tigran. Well, don't worry. Told you the audience would have something. Jan says, why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. There you go. All right. Well, if you guys want to vote, which I don't, like you guys didn't even have a vote, a joke, put S if you thought my joke was better, the illegal, or put J if you thought Jan's joke was better, and we will hook you up as well. All right. Tigran, let's go into the next app right here. We've got from Pascal, he's got an AI invoice maker. So invoice AI. Again, anything on the screenshots you want to kind of highlight? The App Store presence?
Just a second, I'm opening it.
Thank you, Michael. You're the only one who voted. Tough crowd today. I see the amount of people that are here. But anyways. Okay. Go ahead, Tigran. Well, I can start. This is something where, we are testing this for another client of ours that are in similar space. Anyways, think about iPad. If you are designed for iPad ASO is a lot easier to go after, especially for a tough term like invoice maker. Pascal, and then even start with Apple search ads on iPad just to see if you can get some traction on there. So I love starting with Apple search ads because it's one of the quickest ways to get some traction and to test out your funnel. And for one of our apps, we just launched with Apple search ads right away, despite not having as much reviews, because we thought we could rank for that keyword and wasn't as competitive. And we're able to start getting some downloads and some numbers on that. And then it helps you, for me, Tigran, I was always bootstrapped. So I'm always like, how do I get to break even really fast? But this new app we launched, we spent only $1,000 on Apple search ads. We made about $600 with the app. And so we lost money, but at the same time, I was like, oh, the early numbers are promising. So I'm going to push forward with this app, right? 60% ROAS is not as bad. And so I'm like, okay, there's something here. Let me keep tweaking the product and then tweaking the Apple search ads so that we can eventually get to ROAS positive. What's up? But I was pretty happy with that. So I want you guys to know I'm doing
definitely.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going through the screenshots. It's good to have a video here. The first screenshot, I see all you need or your business needs. This is very very big. Like Amazon can say something like this, like everything you need you can find in Amazon. But in this case, maybe we should be specific, because in this case it's an invoice maker, as far as I understand. So maybe we can be more specific here and highlight something that it's the value proposition of the company, because all your business needs. Maybe we should, I would have updated this one. So, and maybe on the first screenshot I can highlight some to build some trust, like maybe we can have some results, like, or maybe some social proof, or maybe anything that could build some trust on the first screenshot. On design wise, I would recommend, I see that they are using green and they are using black. Maybe I would recommend to use other colors as well in this case, to accentuate the things they want. They accentuate the things they like. Also on the first screenshot, I can see that the design is not is inconsistent. So the stylistically, one of them is an illustration, the other one is just graphic design, and they are using pastel colors and other colors together. So on design wise, I believe they need some improvement here, specifically for B2B customers. For B2B customers understand more of design or things rather than B2C customers in this case. So it is a kind of having a good design is essential for B2B products in my opinion.
Absolutely. All right, let's get into the app itself. Boop. What would you help it achieve? Okay. It's kind of hard to read.
So
my old eyes.
when you're tapping to that first one, you see 2 check marks.
Yeah, I know, huh? That's true.
This is messing with the UI, I believe, like having 2 check marks. One is a button, like QR part, and the other is a graphic design part. So I would have changed this.
Yeah, why don't you just make it checkboxes? Like, yeah, it's small to read. Michael said it's small to read as well. Yeah, it's very hard to read. How do you currently store your receipts? I actually don't track them. What's your biggest problem? Not knowing how to organize them. And then, yeah. So they do have a video as well, but I think the video to show off your app a lot better than this video that's playing right now. I don't know what this video is. It looks like stock images. They do have a 7-day free trial. I always like having my main plan in the middle, Tigran. Basically, like everybody selects the middle. I prefer to have that in the middle versus not in the middle, but I see why they did it. I might even start with like rows then, be like with limited. I don't know what with limit monthly. I don't know what that means, and I don't know what unlimited means, but I like it. I just don't understand it too. And when you confuse, what'd you say, Tigran? You lose.
Yeah, one more thing here. The call to action button is green and everything else is green on the screen. Like it would be better to have the call to action button some other color or something that can stood out from from
point.
the page. Right now, we're doing another landing page design, and I had same comment for our designer as well, and I'm commenting on our paywalls as well. The call to action button must stood out. It should be, people should see it easily. We can think that this doesn't matter, but actually this matters.
Yeah. And I think the theme of both apps is invest a little bit in UI UX, because this is not a great UI UX. And I think, Tigran, you know, what we've seen too is some of the things that you've been talking about with your animations and situational marketing is, you know, just adding a little bit of the animation shows that there's a little bit level of complexity that you're adding to your app. If you're willing to add that complexity into a promo, it makes the user feel like this is a great app, you know, in a way. And so I think when you have bad UI UX, it makes users feel like you don't have a great product as well. And so we've even seen it with onboarding. I won't share the app because I'm friends with them, but I've shared it with our App Masters Academy community. I'm like, this app's onboarding, I'll share with you after our call, is amazing. Like, and has all this, like the sleek animations during the onboarding. It is really well done. And I'm going to copy some of those things that they're doing well too.
Please share it with me, because
I
we
will.
want to update
man.
our onboarding, because we've created it like 2-3 years ago and haven't updated, so it looks old now and we need to update it. Also, one more thing that could be helpful. It's okay to copy some common basic things that other apps are doing, because it's hard if you see some app is like best in class. Maybe you just need to copy those things. You shouldn't copy the value proposition, but you can copy the UI, why they are using it, which colors are they using, how they are creating this clear image. Because in the first part, when you are launching an app, maybe you don't know those details, because you don't know that those things matter. You just need to copy them. And during the time, if it works, and if you have a traffic and you have a lot of users, maybe you can do your testings as well and improve on your own. But in other cases, while doing anything, we're going through the apps or web pages that are doing great, and we're just trying to copy things that they are doing. Because let's say it's a Canva and they have a lot of traffic, a lot of users. I believe they have tested a lot of stuff, like maybe hundreds of things on their landing page, and they found out that this one works better. So we don't have that much traffic and we can't run those kind of tests, but at least we can understand what they have done and we copy those ideas. This is not new in marketing to copy things. Like David Ogilvy was telling that the first thing that he did to become an advertiser was copying others' ideas. Like he was copying like 4 years, and later he had his own ideas. So this is okay to take some ideas or inspirations, or maybe directly to copy some basic things that they are common in the space.
I love it. Well said, my friend. The thing I'd say about copying like well-known brands is be careful. They have a brand. You don't. So I try to look for, and this onboarding that I'll share with you, they don't have a technically, you know, you wouldn't know the app, right? Like unless you know apps like a lot, you wouldn't know the app. And so that's what I like the most. They have something that I haven't seen that they technically are not, like a Calm or a Headspace, right? And so Calm and Headspace, people always point to them like, look, man, they have a brand. They can do a lot and probably not kill their conversions, but you don't have a brand. And so you got to be careful what they're doing.
Yeah, at least they can copy the ideas, which colors to use and how to use, how the small things like don't to have just one color, have a couple of colors, how to create those boxes, text column, anything like those kind of things are just common in the industry, and the best apps are using those best practices. So those things are easy to copy, in my opinion. You are not just copying the brand, this exactly app, you are copying the best practice. That's the point.
Yeah, I love it. All right, Tigran, anything else you want to cover before we say goodbye?
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Actually,
this was awesome, man.
Also thank you for your talk during the MAU Vegas. I enjoyed it, and I got a couple of inspirations from that, especially about the hard paywalls and content gates. So hopefully we will test it in our app, and I will text you how are the results.
Please, man, please do. I will love that. Well, if you guys want to follow Tigran along, it is Tigran tigran.substack.com. It is already linked up into the YouTube description as well. He's got his own Telegram that you can just literally just ping him on. Tigran, I hate Telegram because they freaking spam the shiznit out of me. I deleted it, but I'm unwilling to pay for it. But anyways, his LinkedIn profile and his Telegram is all linked up in your favorite YouTube and podcast app as well. Tigran, thank you so much for coming on and doing this, my friend.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. I appreciate, man.
Guys, next week is the 4th of July in US. That's Independence Day. It's a big holiday in the US. So I'm going to be off. Need a little break. All right. Need a little fresher. But I'm coming back July 11th. I'm super excited to do the July 11th because it's going to be more of a coaching call with somebody that's been watching since he was like 12 or something. And he's built an app. He's now out of like high school. It makes me feel old, but he's going to come on and we're going to break down his app and give advice. So it's going to be a little bit different. Hope you like that format. But Tigran, thank you so much, bro. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much again for coming on.